A new event rolls around called Parcels from the Dead, and there's a lot of positivity around it, but also a lot of negativity, as per usual, because people see this as an MTX money-hungry, grabby event. However, is that actually the case, or are people exaggerating? Well, let's talk about it. Yo, what's going on guys? My name is Valric, and today I want to be talking about the Parcels from the Dead event and my personal opinion about it, and especially regarding the MTX aspect of it, and if it's any good or if it's actually really bad, because people are outraged about it as per usual. I swear to god, Jagex can't do anything that people will not get angry about. Even a woodcutting update people were angry about, man. Like, I don't get it, but hey, it is what it is. If you're going to enjoy this video, consider giving it a like. It always helps me out. Join in discussion in the comment section down below. What do you think about this event? Do you like it? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Let me know. And subscribe if you're new. We're trying to get to 5k by the end of the year. Also, I'm live on Twitch every single day at 5 PM game time. Let's get into the video. So, first things first, what is the Parcels from the Dead event? Well, if you are familiar with the Christmas wrapper events, where when you just play the game, you get these Christmas wrappers, you can hand them in for presents, and you get all these sorts of cosmetics and items and XP lamps and stuff, which, by the way, no XP lamps or stars in this event, but we'll touch on that in just a second. It's pretty much the same. You can get it by just doing general gameplay and any activity in the game. There's probably a timer on it, and you need to hand in 100 of these parcel parts. I actually don't know. Wheels. Last wheels, that's what they're called. You need to hand in 100 of them to be able to obtain one parcel. You can get them in different varieties. The rarest being the gold one, which has a guaranteed soul die and a guaranteed double soul die, which is the new big ticket item, which actually looks really good. But also the witch outfit, I think it's called, looks really good as well. I'll flash an image on screen, don't worry, so you can see it. But yeah, that's pretty much what you can get from it, and all these random items, couple bones as well. Haha to everyone who bought a lot of bones. Here, there's more bones coming into the game. And it's probably somewhat necromancy themed, at least that is my best guess. But yeah, that is pretty much the event. But what is the issue? Well, as per usual with these events, you can also get this wrapping paper type of stuff, in this case the wheels, through MTX, aka using keys, and you get 50 per used key. And it wouldn't surprise me that in the future, in the coming weeks, because this event will be running for like another 3 weeks, I believe, there will be an event in MTX where you can get a massive amount of these last wills to be able to dump it into rewards and see if you can get it. You can see it as a form of gambling, which I guess it is, but hey, then you could also call a boss killing a gamble, because, well, you either get it or not, right? And you can get it through normal gameplay, and the rates are actually pretty decent. I haven't really played that much. I think I played like 5 or 6 hours, and I have 6,000 of these wheels. So that's 60 packages that I can be opening. So that's pretty decent in my personal opinion. But there are still complaints, and I think there's only one group that is allowed to complain. And that sounds weird, right? But hear me out. Here's the thing. A lot of people have always been complaining about these events having a lot of XP boots, and whether that's bones XP or lamps, it's only for mains. Ironmans never got it, but yeah, they don't have that. So that's already a thing that people can't complain about, in my opinion, and I think it's good. However, people that can complain are people that, you know, do clue scrolls, and mainly the clue community, because I feel like this event is royally shafting them. You're probably thinking, Chef, it has nothing to do with clue scrolls. What are you on about? Well, here's the thing. The clue scroll community has been told for years now that it's very difficult to add dice to the game for XYZ reasons, and that it's difficult and whatever, so it's very hard to make new clue rewards, and they can only really do new clue rewards if they introduce new dice, because otherwise people will not be happy, yada 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 yada. But dice are very difficult. But we've had 2 dice now. We've had the Aurora die, and we've had the Soul die right now. And it suddenly is an issue when it comes to MTX, right? And I think that is very worrisome, because, you know, even the clue scroll community is saying, and I'm gonna quote Bo, which is currently the leader of the Discord, and I think of the clan in general as well. He doesn't speak for everyone, by the way, but I'm just gonna quote what he said on Twitter. He said, "I wouldn't mind if the Aurora die and Soul die, once the event actually ends, are added to clue scrolls. We don't necessarily need new dice, it would be sick, but even if these dice are added to clue scrolls after it, it would be really cool. But it's not happening. They are not on clue scrolls. They're just a one-time event only thing, and that is it." And I generally think that they are the ones allowed to complain, because they've been literally told for years now that it's impossible to be added, and now they have been added. But that kind of brings us onto the MTX part as well, and where I think people are just over-exaggerating. Sure, you can call it an MTX event that's money grabby, but yada yada yada. But we all know, right? Like, let's not kid ourselves. If MTX is not around, this game will die. Right? That's just a fact. That's what they told me as well when I was at Jagex. If we stop MTX right now, the game will probably die, right? Don't take this as a direct quote, please, but that is pretty much what they said to me. And we all know that it needs to be there to, you know, evolve within the game. Cool, sure. Well, this is an event that they probably make a lot of money on, because that soul die, in my opinion, looks really cool, and it's actually what the Bear's die should have looked like, but it looks sick. So, there will be a lot of money earned from this event, but here's the thing. Haven't we all said for years that we don't want XP boost, and we don't want this, and we don't want that we only want cosmetics from MTX? Well, here's your cosmetic event. You're still complaining. What do you want? Because no MTX is not an option. This is the best that we can get. A cosmetic, a dye will not affect your gameplay. Your FSOA is not going to hit harder because it's soul dye. That's not a thing. And here's the reality of it as well. They're not expensive. Keep in mind, dyes in general, the way they function, you use it on a weapon, and then it disappears from the game. It's gone. So not only are they rare items, they also disappear from the game once you used it. Well, you probably think, what's the price of the Aurora die then, chef? Because I think it looks pretty sick, and a lot of people think it looks pretty sick. Well, it's only 430 mil, and it's an item that disappears from the game. Well, if we take into account that the rates of the soul die are probably the exact same as the Aurora die, but now you can also get the double one. So you pretty much get like 2 dice entering the game at the time 1 enters, I guess. So it's like double the amount will enter the game. Right now, the soul die is actually sitting at around 500 mil. So the chances of this die going down as well to maybe 300 mil is very realistic. And if it goes down to 300 mil on a bad day, that is the cheapest die. And right now, the Aurora die is the second cheapest die in the game after the Barrows die. All the other dies are over 1 billion GP coming from Blue Scrolls. So they are very attainable. So it's not like, oh, you can only get it through MTX. No, you can spend money on the Grand Exchange and buy them. And here's my thing, here's my issue, and I know people are probably going to say, oh, you're just saying this because you've been working with Jagex and whatever. No, I've been saying this for literally 1.5 years, ever since I started this channel. Go back to my videos talking about MTX. I've been saying the same thing for years now. But here's the thing, people feel like they are entitled to get these items. Whether it's the Aurora die, whether it's the Green Santa hat, whether it's the Soul die right now, or whatever it is, anything that comes from MTX, right, which... By the way, you can still buy on the Grand Exchange. I will keep reiterating that at a very reasonable price. It's not like the Azure Dragon Breath that's like 3 billion GP because it's so extremely rare and not a lot of people get it. But these items are very much common in the sense of MTX common, right? Like I know they're not common stats-wise, but a lot of them enter the game. But we all want something that we care for. When you see a blood dyed FSOA, you think, damn, dude, they are rich, that looks nice. Or when you see a purple party hat, you think like, oh, damn, dude, that is sick. But when you see a golden party hat, you think, huh, lol, golden party hat. Everyone was allowed to get it, and everyone was able to get it. It was a guaranteed rare. Same with the golden cape, which I think looks ugly, but whatever. It's a guaranteed rare. Whenever you see it, you don't think, oh, nice. But when you do see that Green Santa hat, you do think, oh, actually, that is pretty sick, dude. It's pretty dope that they spent 600 mil on it. So... what is it that people want? Like, that's my main confusion with this. Like, do you want a guaranteed rare item, whether that's a die or a party hat or whatever, and it not being worth anything because, well, everyone can get it and people value their worth not on how something looks, but on how easily it is to obtain? Or do you want something that is a bit more difficult to obtain? Because, yeah, you can get it through gameplay and it's a bit rare and whatever. And sure, you can get it through MTX and it is something you can buy, but... let's be honest, if you put that money you're putting into bonds, like the GP if you put it into bonds, you can probably get it off the GE a lot cheaper than gambling for last wills and then trying to get it through that. So that's kind of my opinion about these events. Actually, personally, I really do like them. It's a side activity that you can do. It's not like the Frank free chest that is very underwhelming. You collect these keys and then you open them and you get terrible rewards. No, you can actually get some exciting cosmetics in general from it and just some items that I like to collect. I like to have these items that are a one-time only thing and that in a few years you look back on it and you'll be like, oh damn, you were around for this event? Like, I still have my combat beta ticket in there, which I know is not an MTX related or whatever event thing. I do like it, right? But yes, I think this is a good event. It gives me something extra to do and it's fun. If you want to die, go spend some money on the Grand Exchange. It's very obtainable. And then again, if everyone could get it, you wouldn't care for it anyway. And you would never spend your money on getting it. So stop lying to yourself. And that is kind of it. But let me know in the comment section down below what you think. Do you agree with what I'm saying or do you not agree at all? Keep it civil. Please leave a like on the video as well. Subscribe if you're new. And my name is Chivalric. And I shall see you guys in my next video. Good.